Hello, my dear students. Let us do with the next chapter today, that is the future tense. And as we have seen in the case of present tense and past tense, both of those tenses had four different kinds, four different forms. So likewise, even future tense has got four different forms. That is simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. So today we shall do with two of its kind, that is simple future and future continuous. But before we go to simple future and future continuous, let me just give you an idea about future tense. Future tense is a tense which is used to express an action that is to take place in the future. In future tense, what happens is a verb is used to show that an action will be completed in the future. Okay? And such type of particular verb is said to be in the future tense. Now, the first form of future tense is simple future. This tense is formed with shall or will, alright? And in addition, there has to be first form of the verb. And if you want to make a negative sentence in the simple future tense, then it is formed by putting the word not after the word shall or will as it is applicable. And what about interrogative? Interrogative is formed by putting shall or will before the subject, and as usual, since it is interrogative, it must end with a question mark at the end of the sentence. Now, you must note, where one can use shall or will. What is the difference between these two words? Now see, shall is used with the first person. First person, I hope you are aware of this as I, we, right? These are called first person. And we use the word will with second person, such as you, he, she, it, they, third person. Now, will can also be used with the first person in the affirmative and negative, but not in the interrogative. Alright? Now, there are some of the uses of simple future tense. Let us go through all of its uses one by one. Firstly, simple future tense is used to express an action or an event that is yet to take place with or without an expression. For example, I shall visit you next week. Or another example, if I share with you, they will help us. The second uses of future tense is that it is used to express the speaker's opinion or assumption about the future, such as I think he will come back. And the third uses of simple future tense is it is used generally to express the sure future. For example, as I told you that will be used with I and we, that is the first person, and you with this you, that is second person. So let me use the first person, okay? Now, thanks for the book. I will return it by Monday. Okay? So see, it is what this sentence is telling. This is generally expressing the sure future. Another example let me share with you. We will fight to the finish. So this two different sentences, the first one that I shared with you, thanks for the book, I will return it by Monday. It's generally a promise. Okay, it expresses a promise. And the second sentence, we will fight to the finish. What does it express? It expresses determination. So likewise, to express promise, determination, or even intention, we can use this simple future tense. That in the case of first person. What about in the case of second person? That is you, and third person, he, she, it, they. In the case of second person and third person, we can use it to express promise, compulsion, restraint, threat, or even command. Such as, let me share some sentence with you. You shall have it back tomorrow. So this is, see, it's a promise, like it's a one way I promise you that you shall have it back tomorrow. Now another example, she shall suffer for this. So what is it? It's a kind of a threat, kind of a warning, right? So these are some of the certain uses. And also there is, you must take note of one important point. When supposedly you have a doubt, you're not sure about, except in questions, okay? Except in questions, you can use the word will. And these are some of the most common ways of expressing the future. Like I'll tell you, this simple future tense, we can also use the simple future tense to talk about facts in the future and to talk about plans that will not change, particularly when this concerns a journey, when we are talking about a journey. Like we leave Pune at 5, arrive in Delhi at 9, and take a plane for Jammu at 11. Now see, so this is also one way of using the simple future tense to talk about facts in the future and to talk about plans which will not change. Another use of simple future tense is that we can also talk about plans for the future and other future happenings using the word going to. But along with the word going to, we have to include the first form of the verb, and it has to be an infinitive. For example, mom is going to buy me a new dress. Okay, I am going to build a new house. The next uses is that we can use this even in the present continuous tense to talk about things that we have planned or arranged to do in the future. For example, we are living at the end of the week. The Minister of Education is visiting the college tomorrow. Next is the verbs come and go. Okay, the verbs come and go can be used without a time expression. It's not required that there has to be a particular fixed time that we need to use to express. For example, I'm going for a walk. Are you coming with me? So this tense conveys no idea of intention. And what if in the case of planned future? Planned future can also be expressed by the word is, are, am. In addition to it, the word to along with the first form. Okay? Or even you can use the word about to plus its first form. For example, the Minister of Education is to open the exhibition on Saturday. Is to open. The train is about to leave. Is about to leave soon. Okay? So these are some of the points which you need to take note of when it comes to simple future tense. Now let us look at some of the uses of future continuous tense. But before we go to the uses, what do you mean by future continuous tense? This tense is basically formed with the word shall or will be plus the first form and also the ing. And what about in case of negative? The negative is formed by putting the word not after shall or will. And interrogative, the interrogative is formed by putting shall or will before the subject. I repeat, before the subject, okay, and be after the subject. All right. Now let us see some of the uses. The first uses is that of future continuous tense to express an action which will occur in the normal course, an action that is about to take place as usual in the normal course. For example, she will be taking the examination in April. I will be seeing her tomorrow. So see, in these two sentences that I have just shared with you, that she will be taking the examination in April, I will be seeing her tomorrow. In this, it is less definite than the present continuous. The next uses of future continuous is to express an action that will be in progress at a given time in future, at a specified time in future. Okay. For example, we shall be having a party. So see, we shall be having a party, but when? A specified time. Next week. A given time is mentioned. Next uses of future continuous tenses. It is also used in the negative or the future continuous tense. You can say it merely states that a certain action will not take place in the normal course. Like I'll share with you an example. She will not be coming tonight because she is going out. Okay. And what about in the case of interrogative? In the interrogative case, the future continuous expresses a polite question and not a request or invitation. Okay. Like for example, will you be going to market today? So this is some of the uses of future continuous tense. Please go through the text. It's all mentioned in your text, page 29, 30 and 31. Go through the text, listen to the explanation, and even after that, if you have any doubt, you may get back to me. All right. Study well. God bless you.